Of the Pope's visit to Cuba. One of our reporters who's been covering the Pope's trip there shares a very personal experience of her own tonight.
News Channel 5's Michelle Quesada was born in the United States. Her parents were born in Cuba. They fled the island when they were very young. And tonight, she shares the emotional moments when she meets some of her cousins still living in Cuba.
Just being able to hug her and physically touch her for the first time was an incredible experience. I didn't know what to expect. I've seen pictures of her, I've seen pictures of my other cousin, Arielito, and I know they were both coming to see me. This is how we keep in touch through Facebook, through internet.
Oh, Arielito, oh my God, luce igualito como tu papá. Ay, qué lindo. Qué emoción.
When I saw Arielito, I really felt this wave of emotion over me because I met his father, Ariel. He came to the U.S. after his brother, Abel, was killed in the U.S. And so those are two of my grandmother's nephews who came to the U.S. and I was able to meet. All of these memories came rushing back of my grandparents. My grandparents came so many times to Cuba after leaving the island to visit the family, to take care of them because they had nothing. Back then, it was so hard to even find soap. My grandmother's sister still lived here in Cuba. She never wanted to leave. And her kids grew up here in Cuba, and then their kids had children, and those were the cousins that I met in the hotel lobby. I remember the first time Adriana's father, Ariel, also my cousin, when he came to the U.S. to visit my family, we took him to a grocery store, and he cried. He was in tears in the grocery store because to see all of the things that exist in the U.S. that you can't always find here in Cuba, that was just, it touched him. He has since passed away as well. He died from cancer. But I have great memories with her dad, and I was so happy to be able to talk with her about her dad, about the memories I have, about the stories she had of him. Honestly, the best feeling for me was to be able to hear that despite everything that they've gone through, they're doing well. They're happy. My cousin Ariel is about to open up a business in Havana, and my cousin Adriana is doing well. She's kind of in between jobs right now. It's an overwhelming experience to be able to go back to your roots, 90 miles to your roots, to be able to travel that and see what your grandparents' life may have been like. I wish they were here to share this experience with me so I could go back home and tell my grandmother, abuela, abuelo, you know, I met my cousins, but I won't have that chance. I just hope they know how grateful I am that they brought my parents to the U.S. and they fought to have a better life for all of us.
Such an emotional journey for Michelle Quesada. I talked to her before she went down there, and the anticipation in her voice, getting ready for this trip, much more of a trip for her than just covering the pontiff. It was a personal journey for her, connecting moments of her life, as you can see.
I bet there's so many people in South Florida who could walk in her shoes that have Cuban American parents and would love the opportunity to connect with family for the first and maybe last time.
Exactly, connecting a lot of people together. Can't wait to talk to her when they all get back tomorrow.
You can read more about Michelle's emotional journey in her blog. We have a link on WPTV.com, and we'll be back after this.